Welcome to part two of getting back and fighting back on every level. And actually, we're going to start with those who cannot help themselves. We're going to start with the Department of Rehabilitation. And basically, their job is to help those who are retarded, disabled, and can't do for themselves. They have, by law, they have provided counseling. They have providing job with job training, and all this money that the government gives on one level is not being implemented throughout the neighborhoods. You have those who have gathered together in their offices that prolong period of time where one can get help. As myself, I was involved in a Department of Vocational program, and it was a 6-week program. The 6-week program took 4 years, and they still didn't give me what I needed and what I asked for. I went through all type of psychological testing, academic testing, and basically physical strength. I went out and I worked for nothing at the Arch, and this was in Missouri. I worked at the what they call housing, the old people housing, the Covenant House. I've been to other places like the park, the federal parks, cleaned up the parks and stuff like that. And all this that they have the people doing for no money, just to prove that they can work. And then what they do, they prolong them and keep them at their facility as a client for years and years till they get distracted and then they just walk off. So basically this is just a testimony. All testimonies is not basically in the church. This is a testimony so we can change what is going on, with the money that's allotted. I have been with Senator Jeb Banks. I've been with Solomon Rooks. He was the director of the Midwest Congress of Racial Equality. I've been with other people, Adrian Dove. He's on CORE, Congress of Racial Equality in California. And I've been with people, senators, ambassadors, congressmen. I spoke to many different people. I actually have helped people in their decisions. And actually, this is just a small testimony of what goes on if you have a retarded daughter, or if you have a son that needs some type of help coming out of the war, or anything. Sometimes people can have just a breakdown, a mental breakdown. Okay, I will explain everything. I just want you to hear this now because we don't have that much time.
Mr. Wade, you've asked for this hearing.
I asked for this reason, this hearing. In 1970, Congress passed a racketeering influence and corruption organization. It was called RICO Act, Title 18 under States Code, Section 1961 and 1968. The RICO Act allows civil claims to be brought by any person injured in their business or property by reason of the RICO violation. These actions that happened to me occurred long-term. It constitutes a criminal pattern of commissions against the disabled, giving rise to the RICO claim based on violation of crimes listed in 18 U.S.C. Statute 1961, the RICO Act, racketeering activity, the criminal behavior of extortion and obstruction of justice, and the criminal acts. Multiple schemes incurring more than one victim, the method of commissions granted by falsifying reports through the U.S. mail to get clients to participate in their scheme was this crime. There's also a thing called extortion under the color of official right. Extortion under the color of official right is when someone has a job and they use their authority over people that trust them. It's an antitrust law. So first I come to say good morning to Honorable Dr. C. David Roberts.
I just deleted a little bit of it out.
St. John, Missouri, 63114. I lived at this address since September 2000. Today my aim is to make known to this hearing that Mr. Danny Stevens, Regional Manager, Toby Eckert, District Supervisor, Bob Holzer, Relief District Supervisor, have closed their eyes and ears to the misbehavior of a few. To some, this hearing will be an inconvenience. To others, once these facts come out, it will be very embarrassing. Embarrassing that leads to those who have either neglected their position of responsibility and duty in supervising their staff and monitoring the agencies that they sublease, which was Murray Lipton Vocational Rehabilitation. These facts that I speak today is to bring forth the truth and that the liberties that our country represents stand bold and clear. The Constitution of America gives me the right as a citizen to have equal services. No man or woman misusing their authority can deny me as a citizen and human rights as a person in the 14th Amendment. It is my aim to reestablish and connect the vocational rehabilitation with its mission statement of caring for those who are disabled. In my dealing with this agency, I have been mistreated and mentally abused. My character has been assassinated and I have been put under unnecessary stress. I have complained at both sites and I never received a formal feedback. Those who control try to hide a long procedure of extorting government funds and misappropriating them. This long-standing procedure must come to an end so that those money that is given to the agency, so that those who cannot help themselves can get the help. All money should be used in accordance to the guidelines that are written in which they have received the money. No branch of government or its agencies, the United States of America, shall make or enforce any law which takes away or abridge the privilege or amenities of citizens of the United States of America, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of its law. My experience with the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation Court has been a nerve-wracking misadventure and a hardship not only for me, but to my two children. I am a single parent of two children who were at the age of 5 and 3.5 when I started the programs. Now that they are the age 9 and going on 8. Let it be known that these last 4 years has been unnecessary trauma and pain for not only me, but for my children. For the reason I, Derek Wade, have qualified for the position of going to the school for studio engineer. To this day, your staff workers and district supervisors have denied my constitutional right to the basic services that the Department of Education Rehabilitation claimed to provide. A member of your staff, Sadie Gartlett, senior counselor, has performed unethical acts of invading my rights to privacy concerning my mental condition, as she has disclosed my personal information about mental disability without my verbal or written communications. According to the Rehabilitation Act, I know that that is against the law. Others in your organization has denied me that was granted by the same laws. In the scheme of their plan to impose restriction on my liberties, they are the ones that gave me stress, pain, and mental aggravation. And they try to blame it on my disability. This hearing today is to see if I, Derek Wade, has been cheated and robbed of my human rights and civil rights. In fact, it may lead to criminal charges to all those who willfully engage in unprofessionally, not to forget those who aided in hiding the truth of what was going on inside this government agency at Warren Court. By taking away human rights that is promised to the United States of America and protected by the United States